Last time, the second seeds crashed out in round 2 to the Space Age Silver Space, who met an even greater foe in the Heat final in Solar Flare, who beat them after kicking a Knifey Goblin in round 1, despite the Goblin's best efforts to stay out of the pit. And then a strong display against Havoc ensured Solar Flare shone too bright and too hot for anyone in Heat B. Who will progress this time around in Heat C?
Please welcome the man whose sweat can be used to clean precious metals, Liam Haddock.
What is it about violence these days that seem to bring out the worst out of people? Reading the newspaper always seemed to be about violence. Well, then again, it was when my parents were fighting over that paper. And back in school, kids would make their own weapons out of rubber bands and pen lids. Which is why our 8 teams fighting tonight are perfect for entering the arena. Who's tonight's fighters?
Liam, fight 1 seed to return of our 3rd seed in Lev 2 matching up with Dorothy. Swing Kingdom makes its debut against the determined Flop 2. Buzzkill version 1.6 is up after that to take on the sturdy Jabberwocky. And lastly, Morg, 2K and Framework will fight it out in a battle of the spinners.
From Agent Muted and seeded number 3, Lev 2.
Our 3rd seed for this series after an early exit in Series 2, they really showed up in a big way to climb all the way to the top 3 last time around. They'll be hoping to go further with their new CO2 flipper design.
From Kevin, Dorothy.
And interesting little lass. Dorothy is armed with a CO2 flipper on the front that they'll need to use to defend their high ground clearance. What will it be? Pain from Spain, or Spain in pain? You be the judge.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Lev 2 still carrying on with its 3rd seeded and going on to the next round.
Lev 2 progresses and upholds its honour as a seed, while Dorothy struggled its way through the fight before eventually losing to the 3rd seed. The mighty Swing King faces the unlucky Flop 2 next.
From Mystic, Swing King.
Perhaps the most dangerous weapon we've seen in Rubber Wars, Swing King is armed with an overhead mace spinner that they hope will smash anything. I worry about its ability to self-right and the motor burning, however.
From Felix, Flop 2.
Back again and with a new coat of paint this time, Flop will look to move past their poor driving in the last 2 wars and use the electric lifter to finally get their first win in the arena.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Swing King flopped over and allowed Flop 2 to continue.
Well, the shocks keep coming this series as Flop had drive issues throughout the fight, but one wayward hit from Swing King saw them toppled over and unable to self-right, leaving Flop to the surprise win. Buzzkill is back against Jabberwocky.
From Wally 967, Buzzkill v 1.6.
Buzzkill, much like Flop, is hoping to avoid the pit at all costs after 2 previous run-ins with it have seen them out in round 1. Third time's a charm for the large saw-bladed Buzzkill.
From Nathan Silver, Jabberwocky 2.
An impressive debut campaign saw Jabberwocky make it to its heat final, only losing to eventual 2-times champion Smasher. Improved from the last wars to go the extra step, and after killing Juan, is this theirs to win?
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Buzzkill once again out of the first round, and Jabberwocky continues to the next round.
Buzzkill once again can't get past its round 1 woes, as it gets retired slowly throughout the fight, while Jabberwocky didn't really struggle throughout this one and was in fine form for this battle. Morg, 2K and Framework finish off round 1.
From Velvet, Morg 2K.
I said earlier that Swing King may have had the deadliest weapon, but here to challenge that claim is Morg with its massive spinning disc. They'll be hoping the actuating wedge will ensure they truly are bad to the bone.
From Bloober LP, Framework.
A basic 4-wheel drive converted to a box chassis with a spinning disc out the front, Framework looks to stay true to its name with its apparent strong frame. To win the wars, they'll test how strong that frame really is.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Framework taking the wheels off Morg and sending them into the Morg. Framework continues on.
Well, another shock as the second new big spinner gets beaten out by the sturdy little Framework. As Framework shredded Morg's tyres and left them with no way to move, Framework advances. Fight 1 sees the energised third seeds looking to make short work of the struggling Flop 2, whilst last series Heat finalist Jabberwocky could have a tough nut to crack in Framework.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Flop did the flop and is out of the competition. Lev 2 continues to the Heat final.
The third seed is still in it after taking advantage of Flop 2 and its inability to move, and this could see Lev 2 continue its impressive streak. Jabberwocky and Framework are up to fight next.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
It went to the judges, and they didn't need to take long at all. Jabberwocky goes to the Heat final.
Jabberwocky earns its second Heat final appearance after a slow dismemberment of Framework, much like what they did to Buzzkill in round 1, as Framework had no answer for the frontal wedge of Jabberwocky and lost out in a decisive judge's decision. Let's see how our Heat finalists reach this stage. Managing to succeed while its fellow seeded machines have fallen, Lev 2 has had a relatively easy road to the Heat final, with Dorothy being unable to do much for them, and Flop 2 even less, but will this opponent prove to be too much for Lev 2? Jabberwocky meanwhile has had its own easy path to the Heat final, but that's more down to its terrifying vertical spinning blade on the front and that front wedge which left Buzzkill impudent and unmoving before bullying Framework to seek the unanimous judge's decision after they were unable to finish them off.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Lev 2 flips Jabberwocky right out the arena and continues to the grand final. Tune in next time for more.